In ancient China, there was a wealthy merchant who lived in a grand mansion. He was known for his opulent lifestyle and lavish parties. However, despite his wealth, the merchant was deeply unhappy. He felt unfulfilled and sensed that something was missing from his life. One day, the merchant heard about a wise sage who lived in a remote mountain village. This sage was said to possess a deep and profound knowledge that could bring peace and happiness to anyone who sought it. Intrigued, the merchant decided to travel to the village to seek out the sage. After a long and arduous journey, the merchant finally arrived at the sage's small cottage. He was surprised to find that the sage lived a simple life with very few possessions. The sage welcomed the merchant and invited him to sit down. The merchant began to explain his predicament to the sage, telling him about his wealth and opulent lifestyle, but also his feelings of emptiness and lack of purpose. The sage listened patiently and then said, "I can offer you the knowledge that you seek, but first you must prove that you are ready to receive it." The sage then led the merchant to a nearby river and asked him to fill a small clay jar with water. The merchant did as he was told, but as he filled the jar, he noticed that the water was murky and filled with debris. The sage then asked the merchant to dump out the water and try again, this time with a clean jar. The merchant did as he was told, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't keep the jar steady and the water spilled out. The sage then said, "You see, the knowledge I possess is like water. If you come to me with a mind that is clouded with desires and distractions, you will not be able to receive it. And if you come with a mind that is unsteady and unsettled, you will not be able to contain it." The merchant realized the truth of the sage's words and spent the next several weeks living in the village, learning from the sage and practicing meditation and self-reflection. He slowly began to let go of his attachment to material possessions and the distractions of his former life. Finally, the sage deemed the merchant ready to receive the knowledge he sought. He shared with him the teachings of Taoism, the ancient Chinese philosophy that emphasizes living in harmony with nature and cultivating inner peace. The merchant was transformed by the wisdom he received from the sage. He returned home with a newfound sense of purpose and inner peace, and he began to live a simpler and more fulfilling life. Seeking knowledge and becoming more intelligent is a lifelong journey that requires curiosity, reading widely, practicing critical thinking, collaborating with others, and embracing failure. By embracing these tips, we can expand our understanding of the world, develop new skills, and gain insights into different perspectives. We should approach learning with an open mind and a willingness to explore new ideas, and not be afraid to ask questions and challenge assumptions. By doing so, we can develop the critical thinking skills needed to evaluate information objectively, make informed decisions, and navigate the complexities of the world around us. In the end, seeking knowledge is not just about acquiring information, but about expanding our understanding of ourselves and the world we live in. It is a journey that can be both challenging and rewarding, but one that can ultimately lead us to a greater sense of purpose, fulfillment, and meaning in our lives.